Happy Sunday, lovelies. Do you like my glasses? Quite unique, yeah? From Temu. I'm not here to advertise for them. After all, they've not given me a single gift. No gift. With all my patronage. Although I must give it to them, I've gotten some mad discounts. Yeah. Well, I'm not here to talk about them. Delphine here. Passionate about the faith. Passionate about humanity. And I generally just want to see everybody at peace with one another, living life to the fullest. Something very important happened last Sunday, and I must say that I'm looking forward to the homily of the Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, Most Reverend Ignatius Kaigama. All right, so there was something that happened, over a couple of weeks, a fortnight ago or so. There was this priest that was dragging the archbishop. What about? According to him, the archbishop was silent in the face of Christian persecution. Come on. So this priest is called Father Mazi. Yeah, Father Mazi on social media, Facebook specifically. He went on to say things about the Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, that they are covering up. He's one of those covering up Christian genocide in Nigeria. Now, let me tell you, the Archbishop is one person who has never been silent in the face of suffering, in the face of injustice, in the face of persecution. He speaks about the killings. Yes, he might not be so specific about Christian killings, but for God's sake, a life is a life, whether the person is a Christian or not. He has been very particular about the fact that killings should generally stop in Nigeria, regardless of who or the section or the group it affects. This is human life, and every life is important. Nobody has got the right to take anybody's life except God. The Archbishop has been very, very, very open about this. He talks about it at every opportunity. Almost every Sunday, his homily will mention ongoing crisis in Nigeria, and he's always up to date. He knows everything happening. He stays abreast with everything going on in the society, as it concerns the masses, as it concerns the clergy, the religious, as it concerns the lay faithful, and people generally. He's a people's person. That I will give to him, because I have interviewed him a number of times, and he's been very, very outspoken. He speaks passionately. He laments about the killings. He's always very passionate about security, that human life is precious. Well, let's listen to what he said, his response.
And my offense was that I visited President Tinubu. They never asked me what we discussed or what took me there in the first place, but just concluded, and without any iota of evidence, pronounced me guilty of backing the government and not defending the Christians. The God I serve knows where I stand when it comes to defending human rights and the promotion of the sacredness of life and the dignity of the poor. I have preached consistently that no one has the right to take another person's life for whatever reason. Only God has that right. Mr. President is a human being. He needs somebody to help him, to accompany him, to enlighten him, and to remind him. Because most of those who are working with him would not have the courage to say what I would say to him. So with that push, I would say from the Holy Spirit, I went to the Aso Villa and met President, only he alone in the office, himself and myself. So we had a discussion, a conversation. And it was all for the good of the country. It wasn't for any personal intention or so. The fact that you visit the president doesn't mean you agree with all their policies. The first time was to talk about certain things. The second time was when priests were kidnapped, left, right, and center. My people in villages here were kidnapped and taken away. There were 7 priests in detention. I had to just go, force my way to the president and tell him something is wrong. And I have a duty to tell my president what I feel I should tell him according to the inspiration of the Holy Spirit.
That's actually the truth. He's never been silent. He always speaks out. I give him that. And he even goes as far as sacrificing his comfort, luxury. He sacrifices that for the good of the people, especially the less privileged, the poor. He listens. So the truth is, in the seminary, they study philosophy and all of that. So a priest is supposed to react differently. I know they are humans. A priest is supposed to react differently to certain matters, to matters in society. The way I react, the things that I would say in public spaces, a priest should do better. They should know better. Especially when you're talking about your brother priests. Come on. You should expect that from us, the lay faithful, because we may never understand how the church, like, intrinsically really operates. The lay faithful might never really understand. But as a priest, you should already know. You have a better of an understanding of all of this. And so, you should react better. You should not add fuel to the fire. I mean, what will you gain inciting people against other people? Is it just cheap popularity, a little attention? To what end? What do you hope to gain? Do you even know anything about the person you're blabbing about? What do you know about the person? Have you had any conversation with the person? Have you done your research to know that indeed this person does not say anything about persecution or killings? Do you know that? Or you're just so eager to throw stones? And you who is even throwing the stone, what are you doing? What are you saying? How are you helping the situation? And how does this blame, naming and everything, how does it even help? How does it help the situation? How? If you incite people, okay, people start reacting. How does that help anything? What are you doing from your end, in your little corner where you are? What are you doing? Shame on you. Reverend Father Mazi, whatever you call yourself, shame on you.